And start off Shop Talk. It is brought to you by Brooks Roofing, brooksroofingin.com for all your roofing and siding needs. Go ahead and give them a shout out. Bradley Brooks does great work over there. But Drew over here in the comments here says, what team do you think would benefit most from picking up Julio Jones? So Tori, I'm going to kick it to you first.
31 other teams. Because I don't care where he goes, your team's going to benefit. The guy's a consummate pro. Probably for me, though, the team that could probably use him most right now would be the Las Vegas Raiders. They don't really have anything, and it would be really good for Judy. Do they have Judy or Ruggs?
They have
an Alabama receiver. Yeah, Ruggs. I just know that they both played at Denver for Denver. Yeah. But I think he would benefit Henry Ruggs a ton. To me, they're almost similar play styles. They're built very similar. The veteran presence alone there for a team that could be really good would probably put them over the top to a team that could be or that is really good. The Raiders are kind of an unknown at this point. I'm leaning towards them, the Raiders being the Raiders, like the Jets being the Jets.
Yeah.
So I would think, though, that kind of name, that kind of talent would kind of put that offense over the top.
Right. So I'm going to iterate what you said. I'm going to give a waffle answer and say 31 other teams in the NFL. Actually, 32 other teams in the NFL. The Falcons could definitely use Julio Jones if they could afford him. But I'm going to give you 3 teams here that I think he would absolutely astronomically, some other big word that I probably can't pronounce and use correctly, that he would help.
Unequivocally?
Yeah, there you go. That he would help the rookie quarterbacks succeed that much faster in the NFL. That is the New York Jets. That is the Jacksonville Jaguars and the LA Chargers. I think if he were to go to any 3 of those teams, you would see their quarterback play elevate to a level that is going to be 5, 6, 7 years down the road in year 1 and year 2. Just because Julio has been around the block. He has played with Matt Ryan, a pretty damn good quarterback. And Julio Jones knows what he wants from a quarterback. So if he were to talk to them and say, hey, us receivers that are good, this is it. This is how we want the ball. When we see a cornerback playing in, I'm going to jab step in twice, and I'm going to run a quick fade. You throw it as far as you can out of bounds, and I'm going to go get it. Just because that's the type of player that Julio Jones is. Man, he's like 6'5", 6'6", and can jump out of a freaking gym. Throw it up and let him go get it. So Jaguars, Jets, and then the LA Chargers, I think, would benefit the most from him. I'm going to go on record right here, right now. If the LA Chargers were to get Julio Jones, they win the AFC West.
Ooh, that's a pretty bold statement. It's like that is a. But him and Keenan Allen on opposite sides of each other would be every freaking defense's nightmare.
Exactly. And what defense in the AFC West could stop that? Not the Chiefs, not the Raiders, not the Broncos. They're the only
Broncos,
way
Broncos would have the best chance.
Yeah, they would have the best chance, but still a pissing. It'd be a pissing match, just like at that point. And really, their worst enemy would be the fact that they have a rookie quarterback. He's a second year, but he's a rookie still. That would be their. Be
wary of the sophomore slump.
Yeah. 100% facts on that. So sticking with the Atlanta Falcons here, Matt Ryan has come out and said that he loves Julio Jones. Do you see Matt Ryan giving up some of his money to keep Julio Jones? So
let's get one thing straight. No NFL player actually gives up money.
Right.
They just restructure it so they get more of it quicker. So I could see it depending on how much money it would actually save the organization to keep a player of that caliber. They've been together pretty much their whole career. So, why not try to let them end it together as well? But as we know, fairy tale endings in the NFL rarely happen. A lot of big name players usually end up on another team for a year or two that nobody remembers that they actually played for.
Yeah, Randy Moss comes to mind. Just most recently.
Who did Randy Moss end his career with, though?
It wasn't the Patriots. I think he re-signed with the Vikings, if I'm not mistaken, for a couple games, right?
No. I believe it was the Tennessee Titans.
Because I remember that particular year, he played on three. Like he was the first player ever to play like 3 games in a week or something crazy, just like that. Because he played like that Sunday game and got traded Monday and played that Monday night. And then played the Thursday night game too, or it was something ridiculous. I can't remember exactly, but now I don't have these numbers written down because this is all shop talk. This is straight off the dome, and this is from people from the chat here. If I remember correctly, the reason why that the Falcons are in the situation that they're in with the cap space with Julio Jones is not because of the contracts, it's because all of the dead money hit on the cap. So they would have to cut some players, which this whole June 1st deadline is absolutely stupid. Like you can't, if you cut it before June 1st is a dead hit cap, but if you do it after, it's not. Like I don't really understand that.
It has something to do with the bonus money and the roster bonuses after the league year starts, and again, bean counters that are way smarter than you or I.
Right. So I don't think Matt Ryan restructuring his contract, Julio Jones restructuring his contract is going to give the Falcons the cap space to be able to keep Julio Jones and Matt Ryan. I think it is all dead hit money on the cap, if I'm not mistaken. So, guys, definitely correct me if I'm wrong on that, because that's what this is all about. And usually Jameson is really the guy that does that for us, but he is not in here